drive. Got the car off the jack stands. Made sure nothing is leaking now. Start the log file. We're just gonna go nice and easy at first. Just gonna do the most normal type of driving we can at first. Just make sure the car is happy. First initial, 30 minutes plus is just logging for the MAF scaling stuff. And then once I'm confident the fueling looks good and we're not crazy lean or crazy rich, we might get into a little bit of throttle stuff. The clutch pedal's improved, but it's still funky. It also sounds like something might be rubbing, and I think it's the external wastegate on the CV axle boot. Hopefully it doesn't rip it, because that would be a bad day too. I'll do a short run and go back, pop the hood and take a look at it. Oh, fitment. Fun stuff. Actually, it might be the turbo. Sounds like an airplane. That could have been the turbo the whole time. Wow, those are some sick cars. Some kind of Lotuses. Sounds like a jet. I'll close my window and keep the passenger one open. Super sunny out today. Can pretty much not see my computer screen. Definitely be careful. Try to find a minimal traffic type road if you're ever driving around and logging. It did pull some timing, so I have no idea. It's going to take a little bit of fine-tuning to figure out what's going on. So far, everything feels super smooth. A little bit of fifth gear cruising, just the bare minimum stuff. It actually feels quite smooth. The intake itself has not changed. We're still running the same intake, so a lot of the MAF scaling depends on the intake. And so if we would have had like a brand new intake, things would look quite differently. Haven't really hit any boost yet because I'm at 0 wastegate pressure. Zeroed out the minimum and maximum wastegate numbers, so we're just at spring pressure. It's usually the best way to go about it with dialing in the car. Okay, maybe that initial knock, I think the initial knock was just some kind of fluke. It's not pulling any timing, the fueling looks good. and we've hit 11.6 pounds already. So I'm presuming there's a stiffy spring in there because I haven't even heard the wastegate open yet. I'm gonna turn it around and head home. Maybe we'll get one pull. Keeping an eye on the wideband. The fueling is good. It's so cool to see the screamer pipe just hanging out there. On and off throttle, it does move a little bit, but it's because your whole engine moves. As long as it doesn't rip itself off or anything like that, we should be good. Gonna pull a quick UE. Let's make sure she idles okay. Sounds like a jet. Note in the base map, I also pulled some timing, maybe like a degree from the owner's previous tune that we had. Again, I want to start safe. This turbo is pushing a lot more air, so you just want to be safe in terms of any base map. It is a warm day, so tuning on a warm day is better because when it gets colder, the car will just run a little better. If you tune on a cold day and max it out, make everything super aggressive, and then it gets hot, there's more chances of knock occurring where you're not logging and not involved in the process at all as a tuner. So it's all things to consider if you're tuning a car. Corrections all look good. The learned correction is within 1% so far. I'll try to get some more, just a slight bit of wide open throttle so I can at least make some corrections to the map scaling in the wide open throttle area. Biker gang out here today. Got the 3-wheelers. Boss's Hoss. And there's a bunch of bikers hanging out at the Big Lake Bar and Grill. I'm also trying not to accelerate due to some of the brakes here. I think that noise is coming from the brakes. Please, nothing fall off that I didn't touch. Something's rattling slightly. £12 of boost. The wastegate still did not open. No knock. She's a noisy one. Oh, we gotta go get gas. That's what I forgot. We need fuel. Definitely don't be tuning your car in wide open throttle, doing wide open throttle pulls with less than a quarter tank of gas. You could starve. With the sloshing, you could starve the engine. It's possible. So let's go get some gas real quick. Everything looks pretty good. Oil level good. Nothing seems to be rubbing. We will proceed. Gonna get some fresh fuel. Forget, it's like 12 gallons or something in these Subis. All right, we got some fuel. Let's cruise back to the house. Do our first tune revision. It's definitely a lot more drama and stuff, which is fun. I think the wastegate's opening at 12 pounds, which is a good spring pressure. Let's see, we hit for an instant 12.2 pounds. It's a pretty good break-in style boost level, but we might turn it up a little bit. Or at least I'll just bump the timing that I removed previously, just so it'll be a little bit more peppy. This thing sounds rowdy now. It's got all these extra noises that it makes. There's the compressor surge, off throttle. I think adding fuel made it more happy. I was seeing a little bit of knock previously. Make sure to get the best fuel you can and keep it fresh in your tank if you like to keep your car running good. Got a couple downshift pops. Those are always fun. Might do like, I can see the fueling definitely richens up pretty high to like high 10s. It's okay for, in terms of a rich mixture, to be more safe, but you gotta fine tune it more to like that 11.5 for the good mixture of fueling and power. Do one more. Roll into it. Third. You might notice that the wastegate opens and it's not like that broken sound. You know how Subis have the flutter? The flutter happens because of the electronic boost controller modulating it at like 50 hertz. I know it's adjustable. I kind of like the sound. You know, sounds like a dragon. But it depends on the person. If I start adding any wastegate duty cycle, it will start giving us the cool flutter. I might give it like 20%. I'm also going to inspect the injector O-rings. One of them on the front left appeared to me like it was possibly leaking slightly. And so we want to make sure that that's all squared away before just giving the car back. okay. I've made a bunch of changes. We've given it like up to 30% wastegate duty cycle. I'm trying to hit like a 15, 17 PSI. I don't want to hit too much more than that. Previously, this car was tuned for 18, but it was spiking to like 20, 22 at times. Again, just want it to be safe at first, and then after driving it a bit, we can turn it up. Still, third gear seems to go in kind of rough at times, and so I don't want to force it. Don't want to force it or break anything while going amidst all this tuning. But yeah, let's flash it and go pick up the owner and let him drive it. There you go. Like second is perfectly fine, and then third is a little rough, and then fourth and then fifth is, maybe it's because something, it could, it's probably not reaching it. So you might have to fiddle with like the, I don't even know. Maybe it just has all this torque, it's bending the frame. Okay, Dominic Toretto line. So second is perfectly fine, and then third is it's the short. I think so, and then third is like you have to, like, if you are gonna do a pull in third, hold it in third because it pops out. Oh, it does. Well, like it did on me once, and I'm like, all right. So I think something needs to be readjusted with the short throw.
Oh, that's weird. Not used to this clutch. That sounds crazy.
It sounds better. It sounds more like a jet engine now. And then when this opens, it's like, bah!
What does it open at?
Like after 4. It's a big turbo, man. Oh, yeah. You're gonna be waiting for a little while. But it sounds cool. It's really fun and dramatic.
I gotta get used to the clutch.
Yeah. Does it sound different? Like more beefy?
Yeah, it sounds like, yeah, it sounds really,
it's up to like 15.5 pounds. I think it's okay to leave it here for now.
Yeah.
Until you sort out just the crisp shifting and stuff. Because again, if you just blow up the trans, you're not going to be able to drive it. So just going to try to enjoy it as it is.
Yeah.
You can try like a second if you want. Sounds cool.
Ilya! Holy shit.
It's like right here, so it's really loud. The dragon.
Smokes,
when we get home, I'll make one more quick revision just to improve some stuff. It still does the pops and stuff.
Yeah. You hear the turbo flutter a lot more.
Yeah.
Oh my boy. Oh my Atlanta.
It's pushing a lot more air.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like twice the size. I guess air volume wise. Who's Dominic Toretto now? You're more like the JDM guy, Brian.
That's insane.
Yeah. I know, it's so like, it's strange that it does that. I don't know, maybe give it a couple clutch presses. I still want to give you the longer pin. It might resolve it. I have like 4 or 5 of them. My dad made them for me because when I had my car, I constantly had to adjust those. Yeah, third.
Yeah, I think we just need it.
Yeah, it keeps coming out. You're like, eh. And then fourth is already too long.
Yeah.
You can probably hold it so it doesn't pop out. And third is the fun gear,
Yeah.
like the best one that pulls the best.
I think sounds pretty. That and then that pop sounds so cool.
Scared me. No, it's fine. It's because I'm not driving. It's always scarier when you're not driving.
I tried not to. Yeah, that sounds crazy.
It comes on a little bit late, and I think it's because of my low duty cycle. I'll bump it up a little.
Okay.
It can come on a little harder, like right after 4. We later found that the nut that goes into the bolt holding the short shifter to the linkage had come off.